Smoking is not permitted in the passenger terminal building. Thank you for not smoking.
Jam Fam family, the Jam Fam family, yeah. Jam Fam, come hang with me.
Hello, Wagwan. Big up yourself and welcome back to another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. So the other day, Eliona had, just before the school break, Eliona had a teacher training day, and so she was home and learning online. And I decided I was going to make her one of her little delicacies that she would be getting if she was in the UK and that she really likes. And so I decided to do that. I'm going to show you some footage of it and just to do a little Jam Fam cooking show of it with ingredients and how we do it. The reason for it is one of our subscriber commented and asked when I gave it to her last, they asked how did I do it. So I'm just showing you how it's done, and you know yourself. So when you watch it, and if you actually go ahead and make it, let us know how it got on and how it came out for you, and if you like that snack or that little delicacy as well as she does. So here's the footage for you. I'm going to make a snack for my daughter, or something that she likes to have. It's I need 3 onions, so I've already cleaned them and washed them. I'm just going to cut them into small bits or chunks, and then I'm going to go from there. So it's onion bhaji that we're doing. So you can decide how you want to cut yours up. I'm just going to cut them into smaller chunks. That I've cut the onions up, my next step is to make the batter. So for the batter, I need some flour. I need to have some cumin, some turmeric, some chili powder. I'm going to also use some paprika in mine, and I need to have some garam masala and garlic powder, some salt, and then you can just mix that up with water as you see fit. So I don't have the cumin and I don't have the turmeric. So what I'm going to use instead, because they're in the this hot Indian curry that I have, I'm going to use that instead. So it already has in there the turmeric and the cumin, as well as some of the other things that I've mentioned that I'm going to put in there are already in there. A quarter cup of flour that I used, and then I'm I'm just mixing it to the consistency that I want from it, which that's what it looks like now. I'm just trying to get that to be an even consistency. So that's about fine. So with this consistency, I'm just going to add onions in and mix it in. Okay, just keep adding until it's finished. To fry it, you need a deep pot to fry it in. So I'm just going to put some oil in this pot and then put it to fry. To make it, I'm going to use 2 spoons. So I use 2 spoons to cup it into the shape I want. If you want to, you can use your hand. I don't want that mess, so I'm just going to use the spoon, cup it into the size I want, and then drop it into the pot like that, and then it fries. This is how you would shape it if you want to use your hand. and then you just put it in. That's it, fine. So normally I fit about 3 of them in there, and these are ready to turn, and that's what they're looking like. So that's the onion bhaji ready. Once I get those last batch out, it's ready for eating. And Eliona likes it with a sweet sour creamy sauce that she makes to go with it, and it tastes really nice with it too. And the final, so the portion that I use, the 3 onions and the 1/4 to 1/2 cup of flour, so it's about 1/4 to 1/3 actually cup of flour in the mix, gave a total of 8 onion bhaji. You could get 9 depending on the sizes you make, so 3 per onion, but we got 8, and I'm going to have that with a cup of tea. So this is the sauce that I was telling you about, and it's amazing. So it's a sweet and sour creamy sauce that Eliona makes.
Thank you.
Bon appetit. You ever notice that you are told constantly that change is inevitable? Which clearly it is. You know, the world around us is constantly morphing and changing into something else. However, people worldwide do not tend to like change that much. And it's something that I have observed here in Jamaica, that people are or tend to be resentful of change, and they tend not to want to see it happening, and I'm not quite sure why. People have become accustomed to things happening a certain way, and even though it might not be something that they like, that's how it's happening, they become accepting of the fact that that's how it happens, and as though it's never possible for it to change. I do believe that traditions come about because people found that these are things that they were accustomed to doing, and so they continue doing it. However, as generations come up, we definitely see things that need changing, and we should proactively get them changed. And we don't have to do drastic changes. Subtly amending, repairing, maintaining helps to bring about that gradual change that doesn't become so drastic for people. And if drastic change is what's required, then drastic change is what we need to do. And so a case in point, in the city centre, towards the end of last year, they decided that they were going to change the road layout and put traffic lights in certain places and make certain parts of it one way. And you could hear taxi drivers, car drivers, passengers, everybody complaining about it. They didn't appreciate the change. But now, a couple months later, you can see the drastic difference in the flow of traffic. And so at the start, it was becoming congested because people didn't, understand or weren't accustomed to that way of moving. But now the same people are saying how beneficial it is for them that change had happened. And so it's important that we look at things that need changing. A friend of mine who returned to Jamaica before I did called me the other day, and she was like, Kenya, you are going to be able to relate to what I need to discuss with you right now. And I wanted to give her the room and the space, the vent. So I gave her my ear, and she had given somebody something to do for her. She went to, they told her it would be ready on the Friday. She went to collect it on the Friday. When she got there, they haven't even started it. And then she was having a conversation, and they're not recognizing that there is a chain here. So you fail to fulfill your end of the deal. It then impacts me fulfilling my end of the deal to the other people who are relying and waiting on me to get these things done. And so the person was saying to her, this is Jamaica, she needs to get used to it, or she needs to adjust, was what they said. And I'm like, no, you can't just adjust to incompetence. How about you adjust? This is a business you're operating, and run it properly. And I find that I go out and I will see things or say things, and people say, welcome to Jamaica, or they will, you hear the people on the road and they'll say, oh, this is Jamaica. And if we don't actually make an effort to sort these things out, then it becomes tradition, and nobody's happy about it, but we're accepting it. And I'm wondering, why is that? And we have to recognize that we have to come to the end of the road with some things in order for new things to emerge. A seed have to die before a tree grow from it. And so we have to get to that place where we recognize when things aren't serving us anymore, and that we just need to tweak or change it completely and get into that mindset. And I do believe that we need that culture shift in the way that we think about change and in the way that we embrace it. I'm not quite sure if that means that we need to look at how to incorporate that in the school system so that it is being cultivated as children are growing and learning, so that they are able to adapt and be more receptive to change. However, it's something that is absolutely necessary to happen. And speaking of change, my sister was here with us, and it was such a privilege and a pleasure to have her. And of course, all good things will eventually come to an end. So this is where her journey with us ends. So I'm going to throw back and show you some of those footage of her going off back to the UK. So here's that footage for you now. Yes, sir. Okay, so I am going to check in and make my way through security. I'm going to do some duty-free shopping and just lounge because I'm very early. That's the only place to be early for. But I'm working on it. But anyway, so I'll talk to you after I go through security. You start here. Hi again, so I have checked in, gone through security. I'm now in customs. My empty suitcase is now full to the brim. Bye-bye. Red stripe light, sorrel beer. 2 boxes of patty, and a friend from London messaged me and asked me, big up Declan, if I can get him one. So I got him 1 box. My small box, them they are bad. So like the big box is like 5,000 look of it, and the small box is like about 3,800. That price load. Maybe normally I put it in my next suitcase. But anyways, it was an impromptu, and the kids will like it as well. So whilst I'm just lounging and chilling, I didn't decide to go and buy Club World today, only because I don't have the kids. That mainly work out for me when I have the kids. Now I can just hear my own thoughts and browse around. So I decided instead to get some cocoa bread. I also got some peppermint tea because I haven't had anything substantial to eat all day. And after I finish eating here, I am going to make my way down to where we need to wait for boarding. But I'm very early, and I'm just casually enjoying and soaking up the last minute of whatever it is that I need to do here. That was the lady who served me in the shop. She's very nice. I'm going to keep her in my prayers. But yeah, I'm going to let you absorb some of the inside of the airport and customs and just have a stroll around whilst I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm going to just grab a bite, really. That's it. And just rest my mind and my body. So there are people down there at the other side. I don't really want to record there because of privacy reasons. But this is the cocoa bread, and she's sliced it and put the cheese in there. I haven't eaten this since I was in high school, but it should be nice. It's not cocoa bread actually, it's cornbread. And that's peppermint, and I'll put some cinnamon in it, so that will help with regulating my blood sugar levels. So yeah, because I know on that airplane all I'm going to be eating is pastry on top of pastry for the food with some invisible vegetable in it, even if it's called a vegetable pie. But I am running on probably 4 hours sleep in the last 3 or 4 days, but I'm really looking forward to sleeping on the flight, so we will see where we go from there. Oh, let me show you my cute fit, which is partially dirty now, but I'm still proud of it that it's not all black. But yeah, so I'm just wearing something like really casual and loungy, comfortable but still cute. That's it. So it's just some jeans and soft jeans. It's more like chino jeans and the top. And then yeah, some slides. But I brought socks that I'm going to put on the aircraft when it gets cold. So I will speak to you shortly. Take care. Okay, remember to like, share and subscribe on Kenya's Life of the Jam Fam. Thanks for watching, and also thanks for hosting me, Kenya, and the collaboration. When I get back home, I will certainly do a vlog for you to incorporate in your next video. Bye.
Please be reminded that smoking is not permitted in the passenger terminal building. Thank you for not smoking.
Bienvenido al Aeropuerto Internacional Norman Manley. Por favor, recuerde que no se permite fumar en la terminal de pasajeros. Gracias por no fumar.
my pillows on, my headscarf is on, so it's not time. I will keep you posted when I land. So we have safely landed, however we are still waiting for 2 to 3 minutes to park so we can disembark. But it was a wonderful flight, I slept most of it, and I'm looking forward to getting home and have a shower. The kids will be at school, so I'll just definitely sleep. Yes, so we are now in baggage reclaim, and things are going smoothly. It's a huge crowd of people waiting to get their bags, but I will keep you posted on the rest of the journey until I get home. Home sweet home, and the weather's so nice. It's very mild for March, and I can see all the flowers coming out. They're so beautiful. I can see the restaurants putting out their deck chairs. You know what that means? Summer's about to be lit. Yes.
We were talking about change and the fact that, you know, new season and new birth and a seed dying in order for you to get a tree from it. So change is not an absolute bad thing. We just need to explore what we're changing from and what we're changing to ensure that it's something that's actually going to be beneficial and productive for us. Here is a footage that I did earlier this week when I went out and saw the magnificent change that was happening in the back garden. The ackee tree is in spring. Look at all those brand new shiny leaves that we have up there, and it's budding up like crazy. New lease of life, and it looks like we're going to have a good crop of ackee again this time round. And if you can see there, the June plum tree is also back in its element, and it's blooming up quite nicely as well. And those fruits over here, they're ripening up as well and doing well. Welcome to the new season. The good indication that change is to be embraced, because sometimes the golden ticket we need is on the other side of change, and if we stay stuck, we can't get there. It's a pleasure to have you here with us each episode. We appreciate you, we value you, and we are also thankful for the conversations that are happening in the comment section and the interactions that are going on there. We appreciate you. We like reading your comments, and we make an effort to try and respond to as many of them as possible. So keep them coming. And if you have any questions that you want to ask about coming back to Jamaica, then if that's something that you want, if you are somebody who's interested in repatriation and you want to ask any questions, well, go ahead and do so in the comments, and we'll make sure to try and respond to them as best as we possibly can. So bye for now. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you in the next one.